You have to. Yeah, I know. You have to to make a siphon. Okay, you have to. It has to be a vacuum. So you have to put one end of the tube into the thing with the liquid in it,
Nice.
and you have to put the other end of the tube somewhere
But wait,
else.
which end are we talking about? We're talking about the end we're both talking about, or the other end?
No, listen.
I want to go off
Tyrese.
from that end.
Listen, I put one end of the tube inside the engine with the gas in it.
Where the sun don't shine?
Anyway, continue.
I put the other end of the tube in my mouth because I had to suck on it to get the vacuum.
Hey, yo! Sorry.
I had to get the vacuum started so the gas could flow from the engine that was full into the engine that was empty. So as I'm,
as you're sucking,
yes, the gas, it came out a lot fast.
Oh man.
The flow started quicker than I thought it would, so I got some in my mouth before I could pull it out.
Wow, it came a lot quicker, didn't it? Wow.
Oh my god, that's funny as fuck. I can't.
Walked right into that one.
I know. Before I could put the other end into the empty engine.
Oh, so
I was trying to siphon gas
and I pull out.
Yeah.
So how was it?
I couldn't pull out in time.
Oh, you couldn't pull out in time because it came faster than expected. So how was it? How did it taste?
How did the gasoline taste?
Mm-hmm.
Was it nutritious?
Like gasoline. It tasted about how you would expect gasoline to taste. It tastes terrible, like straight chemicals.
Okay. You didn't swallow, did you?
I
did. A little bit, but not a lot. I'm
sorry.
Anyway.
Stronger.
Anyway, that was the day.
This is true.
That was how the day started. That was 6:25 a.m.
a.m. Wow. That's early, don't you think?
I had to power wash the sidewalk, and the engine was empty in the power washer, so I needed gas. By the way, after this all happened, I eventually went into the back room and found a whole nother gas can that was half full.
Damn. So you did all that sucking for nothing.
It wasn't a lot of sucking.
So it was some sucking in there. Not a lot.
Yes, that's how you siphon something, yes.
You got a lot more than you bargained for.
Anyway.
Nice.
Then later on, I decided to paint the handrails and the stairway. And the only handrail paint that I had was spray paint. So, I'm in an enclosed space.
And he almost killed us all.
Spray painting. Okay. And there were some fumes.
A lot of fumes.
But eventually, I opened the door at the bottom of the steps, and then I opened the roof hatch, so there was enough ventilation that nobody died or anything like that. So
wow. And then on top of that, he painted the stairs as well with it on one side, and then the other side is perfectly fine. Do you know when you realize that
Well, I'm gonna paint the steps eventually anyway. I didn't have enough time to do it all in one day, and I just. The fumes were too much. I couldn't take it anymore.
It was knocking everybody out. Everybody got a headache that day.
Yeah, so I was just like, all right, this will be for another day. Plus, I might have a different kind of paint that's kind of close in color that I can just roll on instead of spraying. So that might be less dangerous.
Understandable.
Yeah, and I'm not painting the whole steps either. I'm only painting the sides and the like the back of the step. Because the front, I'm putting like the grip tape, like the sandy sandpaper grip tape on. Because right now the edge of the steps is just metal, so I was like, that's probably not the safest thing. So those are my plans going forward. Anyway, none of that was anime related.
At all.
No, at all.
Not at all. Anywho, Hello, everybody, and welcome to the BrOtaku Alliance podcast. I forget which episode this is. I think we're on like 17. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me check. Let's see. If my computer could move a little faster, that would be great. We are on episode 17 of this podcast. 17 weeks. Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, sir.
For those of you who are new, this is the podcast where we talk about anime and manga and comic books and movies and TV shows and all kinds of other nerd shit. I am Sean. I am one of your gracious, grateful, and highly favored hosts tonight. I always do that. I always want to say in the middle, but over there somewhere on the screen is Tyrese, and then also over there somewhere is Serai, who's wearing a robe today.
Yes.
The day that me and Tyrese are not wearing robes,
you decide to wear a robe.
You decide to wear a robe.
It is self-care time. I'm in final season, y'all. I'm about to,
okay.
It's self-care.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Nice.
Oh, it hurts to yawn. It hurts to open my mouth.
All the sucking.
Oh, man.
I think you walked into that one. I don't know what's going on with you, Sean.
Is it okay to sit too?
Yeah, I'm fine sitting.
You rub some alcohol or like put some band-aids on your knees too?
No, I am absolutely fine to sit down. Nothing happened.
Did you get on your knees to suck the gasoline out? Or
Yeah, that's what I was asking him.
Did you just in person The public wants to know. How did you suck it?
We want answers.
No.
So did it start out as a hand job, or do you immediately just went for it with your mouth?
Listen, this is not what you're describing.
I think that was the answer.
Be.
You coughing.
No. What? How does that even? That's not even an answer. It doesn't make any sense.
The cough was the answer.
Because you use your throat.
Did you give him money, or did you? Did you give him money, or did you walk away?
Did you get money, or from the gasoline tank? Did you say, "Hey, can I sign?"
Did I get money? Technically, yes, I did get paid because it's my job.
Matter of fact,
it's part of my job.
Did it charge?
No, it's not my job.
Did you charge it a little bit? Actually, did you charge him a little bit more since gas is expensive?
Gas is expensive.
Him who? It's an engine.
Yeah, did you charge the engine?
How would I charge an engine? How would it pay me?
Actually, you know what? I actually rather not take you on car rides. If we go to the gas station, I'd rather not you go suck off the gas thing when we go to the gas station. Jesus Christ, they have to call the police on us.
This is completely unrelated to the topic at hand, which is supposed to be.
Well, you brought it up.
Anime, goddammit. Are you? So wait. So first question: are y'all going to see Film Red? Probably a stupid question for you, Serai, and probably an even stupider question for Tyrese.
I want to, but I don't really have anyone else to go with since nobody else other than you likes One Piece.
Damn, Sean feels really offended from that one.
Wow, that's crazy.
We could go. I didn't think you would want to go since
Damn.
Why would I not want to go? I don't know. Right? It's so clear. First, I didn't get invited to Serai's birthday dinner. Now, I'm here with you right now, and I still don't even get invited to go to see Film Red with you. That's crazy. Wow.
We can go see Film Red. I didn't say you
No, it's
couldn't.
cool. No, it's cool. I'll go with my own friends. I'll go with my engine.
You see? It's gonna be a random joke.
All right. I'm sorry. I had to participate a little bit. That was funny.
No, it's not sorry for nobody. It's sorry for yourself in that one. So
I feel bad for that engine.
You should feel bad for me if I had to carry an engine into a movie theater. It's a tiny engine, but that thing was heavy.
It was heavy?
It's like solid. Well, I had to move it from the rack that it's sitting on because I had to bring it over. The tube wasn't long enough to reach from the top of the Metro rack over to where I had the other engine.
Oh, so you moved it to somewhere more secluded?
Yeah,
no,
more private.
Less secluded, actually. It would be less secluded. Guys,
Also, you had an audience.
you're dodging the question. You're dodging the question. Are you or are
Wait,
you
what was the
not
question?
going to see film Red?
Yes, I want to. Sean, we can go together if you want.
I'll think about it. I might be busy that day.
Damn.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I do want to go, but it has to be sometime like in 2 weeks or so, because I won't be available on the weekend.
I don't know anything much to watch. I mean, I could watch it
You-
just for the fun stuff.
I was about to say you might as well watch it because it's not canon.
It's not technically canon.
Yeah,
I mean, I could watch it
movies
for the
aren't
fun
canon.
Yeah,
They're not.
except for Demon Slayer, that was canon.
That was
Yeah, and yeah. So how do y'all feel about that? Like them making, because they did that with Boruto too, and they take like like parts of the story and just make it into a movie. Instead of doing an arc, they'll just do one movie. I don't like that,
I don't either.
especially when they do
But
like. Go ahead.
I mean, even if they made it a series anyway, like they did with Dragon Ball Z, they turned Resurrection F into a movie, but made it into the story of Dragon Ball Super. The same thing with Demon Slayer. They even made the Mugen Train movie, but they ended up making it into like episodes.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I mean,
I don't know why they did that. That was
so dumb.
wasted.
That was
they
so
did the
dumb.
same thing with Boruto.
I feel some type of way about that. I'm just like, why would we?
Who asked for this?
Who
Just watch
asked
the
for
fucking
that?
movie.
Exactly. You might as well just left it as episodes. Like, what's the point?
It was literally just a cash grab. That's literally all it was. It
Literally.
was just to sell tickets and get people to go and buy this movie or to buy it
Dude, you ever
online.
gonna fucking? Well, that was just a waste of. I'm
It
like, damn. I
was.
mean, it was good to see it. The movie was great in theaters. I
It
was
was.
pulling my eyes out. But like, come on, really? Like
My daughter's mom was pissed because she watched Demon Slayer. She watched all of season 1, and then when the movie came out, I was like, "Are you gonna watch it?" She was like, "Nah, probably not." And then I was like, "But it's canon. Like the beginning of the next arc, they just made it into a movie instead of putting it in the show. It's just gonna be the movie." She was like, "So I'm gonna have to watch it then to know what the fuck is going on." I was like, "Yeah, pretty much." And she literally put it off for months until like 2 weeks before season 2 came out. She paid $20 on Amazon Prime to buy the Mugen Train movie, and she watched it. She was like, "Yeah, it was pretty good." Because you couldn't rent it
And
for
then-
whatever reason. So she was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
Yeah, it doesn't
Then
give you the
2
option
weeks
to rent
later.
stuff anymore.
Then 2 weeks later, season 2 comes out, and it starts, and it's literally the movie. She was like, "What the fuck?" Like, she was so pissed off.
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn." She was like, "You told me to watch the fucking movie." I was like, "I didn't know they were gonna do this."
Nobody did.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was like, oh, like, we get that you want to make money, but like, really, like, if that was the case, I would have just waited for the next season to drop because people got it
Yeah.
regardless. You're telling me I paid. Like, I get it, the experience, but like, bitch, really? Like, you're
Yeah,
making me
it-
wait another season for the entertainment arc that I was actually supposed to be already receiving. Like,
And then on top of that, it makes you not want to watch the show. So now it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
why would you
That's a
make
huge
this the
turnover.
episodes when now the viewership is going to plummet because everybody who saw the movie already saw this shit?
I didn't
It
watch that
doesn't.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't either.
Nobody did that watched the movie. Pretty sure. We're gonna rewatch the show. You know, everything's gonna happen.
And then on top of that, it's worse. Like, it's worse to watch it week to week than watching it just as the movie because they break it up into like the weirdest sections, like where the episodes start and end don't make any sense, and you can tell it's because it was supposed to be a movie anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I highly doubt One Piece will do that. One Piece has never done that.
No.
First of all, the movies have never been canon. They've had canon characters, but the storylines and things that happen and all that have never been canon. So I'm not really worried about anything like that. Plus, on top of that,
Me neither.
they never really. Typically, what happens with One Piece is that the movies will have canon characters from the manga. However, not the show. Even if the character is canon, the show still might not use them like ever, or the manga
Yeah.
still might not really like ever show them like with Shiki. So like it was said in the manga that Shiki was the only person to escape from Impel Down, and then they had Film Gold where they're fighting. I think it was Film Gold or no,
Strong World.
Strong World, yeah, where they're fighting Shiki, and then Shiki never appears in the story again. So even though there's some stuff in the movies that are like cool to see or hear or like important to know or whatever, there's nothing that's gonna affect like your understanding of the show and the manga. So said I definitely think you should still go and see it. I guess you can go with us. I don't know if Tyrese has officially invited me or not.
I've officially invited you.
If he hasn't, I'm sure I'll go on Instagram and see that you two went and saw it anyway.
There's no bad blood. Okay.
Right, there's no bad blood.
Sure.
Actually, I have to invite you to a movie because I won't be able to invite you to Black Panther anyway. So I might as well invite you to see one movie with me.
Why won't I be able to go see Black Panther?
Because I already paid for 6 tickets.
Damn.
Okay.
He said we're not cool like that, Kingo.
The 6 tickets are already taken, is what you're saying. Okay. All right.
I'll pay for your ticket. You just have to pay for the snacks and all that. If we go see Film Red.
That's how dates usually work, Terry.
Okay, cool. I guess Sarai could come too. She could be a third wheel or whatever. She wants to come.
Yeah.
Be a third wheel? I don't know.
Actually, we should get a 4th ticket.
Cool.
The engine.
Wow.
That way Sean won't be alone.
Oh, yeah.
I was never going to be alone. It was supposed to be me and Tyrese. You know what? I don't appreciate this. I have other friends, okay? I have a whole, family. I'll go see the movie with my daughter. She won't know what the fuck is going on or anything like that. She might not even like it, but
you're the only other person I can talk to about One Piece, so I actually can't lose you.
You know what? I'm going to go see it with Brandon. Ha! How about that?
Where's Brandon?
Where's Brandon?
Is he good?
I don't know where Brandon is. Brandon is good. I don't know where he is. We're still in the fantasy league together. So I texted him about a trade that I offered him, and then that conversation turned into like a 30-minute conversation about One Piece. So
nice.
As far as I'm aware, Brandon is good. He's alive and responding to text messages. Unless somebody killed him and assumed his identity, took his phone and everything.
Or took his identity.
Yeah,
nice.
That would be weird.
That'd be interesting.
I guess he wouldn't be able to go to the movie with me then, if that was the case. But I can take someone else. I have other friends. I'll go with Mark.
Actually, I have another coworker that likes One Piece too.
Damn, he said he's replacing us.
But I don't have his number yet.
Damn. He's not cool like that. That's crazy.
I mean, I have his PlayStation account, but I don't have his number.
Damn.
You're such a nerd. How do you get someone's PlayStation account before their phone number?
No, because he gave me his PlayStation account because we was playing Mortal Kombat together. We was playing against each other.
And don't get their number. Look, it's a little stressful.
No, I'll probably ask him. He's actually all caught up too, so that's the good part.
Cool. Those I met a lot of people who watch or read One Piece. Only half of them have been actually all the way caught up, which is understandable.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to take this moment to go ahead and congratulate myself and pat myself on the back because I have been have been reading Tokyo Revengers, and I'm all the way caught up. And the last chapter pretty much confirmed my theory. I was 100% correct. It's not confirmed officially yet, but it's happening. The theory that I came up with is happening. Takemichi has gone so far back in the past that he is in now 4th grade.
What?
Wait,
what?
And Mikey's brother, he's at a time when Mikey's brother is still alive. By the way, spoiler alert, Takemichi got his time traveling powers from Mikey's brother and didn't even realize it.
How the fuck did that happen? They didn't even meet, but they didn't formally.
They did meet. Takemichi forgot about it. They did meet.
What the?
When the fuck was this?
When Takemichi saved Hina and the other little boy, I forget his name. So do you guys remember the scene? I think they showed it in the show. The reason why Kisaki hates Takemichi.
Did they?
No. I don't think they showed it. Never mind. I was gonna say basically there was like an incident that took place when Takemichi was in 4th grade with a few bullies who were bullying a little boy named Kakucho, I believe, and Hina. And Takemichi came and basically saved them. But he saved them by doing what Takemichi does, which is being
always get his ass beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So he basically shows up with like a cape on, and he's like, "I'm the hero. I will save you." And then he basically just distracts the bullies because while they're beating his ass, and the other little boy,
they beat his ass.
You know, they go on about their business. Now, while this was happening, Kisaki, who had a crush on Hina, was watching, and he was just about to go and save Hina before Takemichi stepped in. So that's why Kisaki kind of hates Takemichi, is because he essentially stole his chance to like be the hero.
Oh, well, you snooze, you lose. The other bird gets the worm. He wasn't looking at.
Right. But what's interesting is that after that happened, that was the day that Hina started to like Takemichi because, you know, he was brave enough to step in and save her or whatever. But the reason why the bullies stopped beating Takemichi's ass was because Shinichiro, who is Mikey's older brother, was there that day. And he already had his time traveling powers. I won't explain to you guys how he got those.
Please don't.
Yeah,
but
it sounds complicated.
Yeah, he essentially like saw Takemichi getting his ass beat, and he was like, "Yo, leave him alone." Because remember, Shinichiro was the former leader of the Black Dragons. He was the first leader of he founded the gang, the Black Dragons, the biker gang. So, Shinichiro was like, "Yo, like, get off of him, leave him alone." And the bullies like got up and left Takemichi alone, and Takemichi was crying and everything. And Shinichiro was like, "Yo, like, are you okay?" Or whatever. And Takemichi was like, "I'm okay. Like, are they okay?" Like asking about Hina and the little boy. And Shinichiro was basically like just in awe. He was really admiring him. He was like, "You're a really strong kid and you're really brave." And by this point, Shinichiro had already accomplished his goal that he was trying to accomplish with his time traveling abilities. So he took Takemichi's hand to help him up, and he was like, "Hey man, I hope you're able to use the same power that I am one day if you ever need it. And I really hope that I hope that things work out for you because you're a good kid." And then he shook his hand, and Takemichi like wiped his eyes and like, you know, walked away and started talking to Hina, and that was the first time that they met. So then Shinichiro leaves, and then 2 days later is when Baji and Kazutora break into the shop and kill him.
I have no words.
I don't know what to say. I don't know where we're going with this. I don't know how we're gonna wrap this up. I don't know.
I think I was correct in my theory of what's going to happen. Takemichi is going to literally save everybody by saving Shinichiro. Oh, also they explained why Mikey is such an asshole. Because Mikey's whole thing is like about strength. Like his idea of what it means to be strong is basically to like never cry, never show weakness, never. That's why like when Draken was in the hospital and he ended up surviving, Mikey had to leave to go cry, and Takemichi was the only person who saw him. Mikey has a whole thing of like anybody. He only admires people who he thinks are strong, but he also has these conflicting ideas about what it means to be strong because he's a fucking 15-year-old. So he's like, really confused, and then on top of that, he's still really never dealt with the emotions of like losing his brother, then losing Baji, then losing Draken, then losing his sister. So it's like he's really like just a really angry kid, and his idea of like protecting everyone is to just like, because he thinks it's his fault. Like he thinks people die around him because it's something that's inside of him. And his idea of like protecting people is by pushing them away. So Takemichi, the way that he sort of unlocks the next like ability or whatever in his time traveling is that he essentially just lets Mikey kill him. So he was like, they were fighting because Takemichi is now the leader of Tokyo Manji Gang. So their two gangs were fighting, and Takemichi was like actually kind of whooping Mikey's ass. And eventually, Mikey and Takemichi kind of talked, and that was when he explained to him that Shinichiro was a time leaper as well, and how Shinichiro basically passed his powers on to Takemichi. So after hearing that, Takemichi was like, okay, I think I get it now. And he was like, all right, we'll finish this fight. So they start fighting, and Takemichi stops fighting back. And Mikey kind of realizes, like, he sort of realizes, he blacks out, but then he sort of comes to and realizes that Takemichi is, like, really fucked up. So Takemichi is actually dying. So then Mikey is just like, all right, I don't know what you're doing. Like, what is this? Like, what are you doing right now? Like, why aren't you fighting back? And Takemichi literally can't talk. So Mikey's like, hey, what is happening? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? So then Mikey's just like getting more and more upset until the point eventually he just breaks down and starts crying, literally in front of everybody. And he's like, this wasn't supposed to happen. You were supposed to leave and marry Hina and never come back. And you were supposed to leave me. All of you were supposed to leave me. I was supposed to be the one who died, not you. Like, he's just going through it. And then Takemichi just reaches up and, like, reaches his hand out, and Mikey grabs it. And then that's when Takemichi goes further back into the past. Because now, basically the way it works is that you have the time traveler, and then you have the trigger. So the trigger is the person that the time traveler typically wants to save. Or it's the person who has asked the time traveler to save someone else. So, for instance, when Takemichi first dies, his powers activated on their own because Takemichi literally wanted to save himself. And he already had the powers from when he was a kid, he had just never used them. So the first time when he gets pushed onto the train tracks, Takemichi's already had the powers and they just activated out of nowhere because he didn't want to die. After that, the trigger became Naoto because both of them wanted to save Hina. So it's like with Shinichiro, his trigger was Mikey because he wanted to save Mikey because in the original timeline, Mikey was dying from like cancer.
Oh, shit.
So when Shinichiro went back in time, he basically took him to the doctor and they caught it a lot earlier and he was able to start getting treatment and he recovered from it. So it was like, it's crazy. It's a lot of shit obviously going on. But I think the story is going to wrap up well. And I think they'll do a pretty good job with it. I mean, at this point, it would be hard to fuck it up. Like, you would have to do some Game of Thrones level, like, fuck it. Like, just write whatever. Like, you would have to do some shit like that in order to fuck it up at this point. Because it's pretty much already set in stone what should happen, I think. Which is that
Starbucks cup just right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man, I really hope since we're back before he's dead, I hope, Takemichi pulls through this time and doesn't fuck it up again.
Yeah, I mean, I think because the way it seems to work is like
it's like the ending of the arc, right? Like it's like
this is the ending of the story altogether. Yeah.
Good.
This is going to be the end of the series. Yeah.
About time.
Yep.
Ooh.
Same with One Piece. One Piece is ending. Tokyo Revengers is ending.
One Piece is ending?
Yeah, I mean, it probably won't end within the year, but it's definitely ending, and we can tell that it's ending because, like, you know how typically when the way it works is like the Straw Hats get to a new island, and the arc will just be focused on them until like the end, and then at the end of the arc, and then at the end of the arc, you know, they'll flash around and like show what's going on around the world, like after Ennie's lobby. After that was over, then they show like, okay, Ace fought Blackbeard, and you know, like all this other stuff is like happening outside, you know, around the world that's separate from the Straw Hats. Now that's completely different. Now we spend pretty much half the arc with the Straw Hats and half the chapter. Excuse me. Every chapter that comes out, half of it is with Luffy and the Straw Hats, and the other half of the chapter is with somebody else. So
usually Blackbeard.
Yeah, or Law. Or Dragon or Vegapunk or whatever, but like these past couple chapters, ever since Wano ended, we've only seen like only half of the chapters have been focused on Luffy and the Straw Hats. The other half have been just like what's going on around the world. We saw Sabo, we saw a whole bunch of shit. Maybe an ancient weapon. Who knows? But yeah, it's definitely it's speeding up. Oda said that he wants to end it within the next couple of years, and he announced that this will be the final saga. Usually the saga, that means like it's a group of arcs. So this will be the last saga of One Piece. So I'm guessing
I wonder what the saga is called.
I don't know. The last one was the Four Yako saga. I don't know. I think he said that he wants to end it around like 2024. My guess is that he might take his time a little bit and go to 2025, because then that'll be 30 years of the manga. I think.
Wow.
Was it 1995 that the manga came out, or 97? Let me look it up. I believe it was 95. Oh no, 97. Never mind. I don't think it's gonna go to 97. That's another 5 years. I don't think it'll go that far.
Yeah, I don't think he can do that.
I think it'll probably be like 94, 95. I mean, 2022, 24 or 25. Because I think he said like 2 years ago or whatever. He's like, there's 5 years left. So who knows? We'll see. It's a lot to still be explained though.
Yeah.
So in other news, I am slowly, and I mean slowly, catching up on Jujutsu Kaisen. I finished the Star Vessel whatever arc. I can never remember the name of that title, like what they're called or whatever, what she was called. Finished that. I'm on to the next arc. I just saw Mechamaru die.
You got there, huh?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I actually don't feel bad.
I didn't either.
That pudding ass bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I
It
don't
was
feel
kind of
bad.
just like, oh, okay.
I actually expected it too.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
God, what did he expect? What did he expect? It was only fair. I think he knew that he was gonna die, because there was no way.
There was no way he was going to leave, especially with Mahito.
Like, he knew he was gonna die. He had he left 3 clones behind after that. But it was just like, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you now." Like, bro, come on, let's be fucking for real. Be fucking for real. You're gonna tell me that you're gonna sit here and kill them? Come on now.
Especially with Mahito on his ass. If Itadori, if Nanami couldn't take care of him, there's no way you could have took care of him. Especially when he learned domain expansion.
Yeah. Now, to be fair though, I think Itadori and Nanami now in their current state maybe could, because this is that fight that they fought the first time was before Itadori learned Black Flash, right?
See, now you gotta get me started in spoilers.
Yeah. Oh god.
Can't. They try to be, but I can't. I can't keep on.
Don't.
Yes, I will. Sorry.
Hold yourself back.
Well, all I'm gonna say is
Fine, I won't do it because I said you want to. Fine.
that fight,
Resist
that,
the urge.
that fight that they fought the first time was before Itadori learned Black Flash,
It's hard for me to.
and it was before he had his little fight/training arc with Toto. So
That was my favorite part.
that was my favorite too.
Yeah.
I love Toto.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character.
Toto's my favorite too. Made up all these fake members. That was so funny. Remember that
Yeah.
baseball game? Remember we went to nationals together, brother.
He's like, but you're my best friend. I've known you my whole life. He's like, I just literally
I just met you. What are you talking? All because we have the same taste in women.
Right. Which was hilarious.
I want to spoil so bad. I can't. It's like putting
He's a
like
man of culture.
an addict. It's like they're literally putting the drug in front of an addict. Like I want to tell you so fucking bad when it happens. But
Resist
I
the urge.
can't. I'm trying my best right now.
I mean, you might as well just go ahead and say
Suffer
it.
the
What
withdrawals.
is that? You said what did you say?
No,
can go ahead and
suffer the
say it.
withdrawals. No, she has to suffer the withdrawals.
It's an anime
say
and
what
manga
you're saying.
podcast. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are already caught up anyway.
Fine, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and say it.
Wow. Would you mind stating your comment earlier, Sean? Your idea about how Nanami and Yuji can do what? Go ahead, say it again.
Well, I don't think they could defeat him, but I think the fight will
No,
definitely.
you say what you said the first time. Go ahead, say it again.
I said I think. Fuck, all this mucus. I said I think Itadori and Nanami could probably take him now because
Wrong.
that first fight was before Itadori learned Black Flash.
Wrong.
Now,
Wrong.
granted, Nanami is very strong, but he's not as strong as
No, you're wrong.
he's not as strong as like Gojo.
Let me stop you right there, my brother. Let me stop you right there.
Gojo
Don't
and
think
Itadori
it-
could take him.
Okay, yes, but that won't happen. Not anytime soon.
No, I know
won't
that.
happen.
I know that.
It won't happen at all. That will not happen at all.
I know.
Because, are you sure you want to hear the spoilers? I'm giving you a fair warning right now. You can stop me.
Go ahead.
Oh no, oh my god. I know what you're talking about.
I know Nanami's
next
dead. Nanami's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And would you mind guessing who killed him?
Mahito?
Yes. He was able to touch him 3 times, and on the 3rd time, killed him off. On top of that, very traumatizing. He died right in front of Yuji. Right when he fucking made it there. Right on the fucking time. Right there, he died. He was like, I'll leave this on to you. And just went up in the air. Like, he went up in the air, right? And then, mind you, Mahito's clones are split up. So one is fighting Nobara, and then the other one is fighting Yuji. And these motherfuckers meet up right in the middle again when Juju's about to give up his fighting because he's like, damn, I'm gonna be just out in front of my fucking face. Like, Sukuna went fucking him. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Whatever, right? Nobara, dumbass, goes right in, walks right into it, finding the other clone. Keep up with me. Forgets who the fuck she's fighting and loses an eyeball. Yep. And then she drops on the floor in front of Juji. Now Juji traumatized twice. So Nanami died and he think nobody dead. So now he's like having a mental breakdown. They already I think Sukuna's in his head as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it was a fucking mess.
I knew all this.
Huh?
I knew all this.
You did?
Yeah, but what the hell are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure you told me
You're
already.
saying that Nanami and thing can beat him. No, they can't. 'Cause clearly he
No,
couldn't
I
beat
didn't
him.
mean. No. I didn't mean in the future. I didn't mean in the future. I meant like in the very moment when Mahito kills Mekamaru. If Itadori and Nanami were there in that present moment, they could have probably taken him together, the 3 of them. However, by the time that they actually fight him, I know Mahito has become much stronger.
Mahito's dead.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know at the point that you're talking
Mahito
about,
is dead and gone.
at the point that you're talking about when Nanami and Itadori do actually get to fight him again, they lose. But
Yeah.
I mean,
everything was set up
prior
against
to
him
that.
anyways. Everything was set up against them that day. It was just
Everything went to shit that day.
Everything went to shit. The moment that Gojo chose the people over himself and got himself sealed, I would have been like, man, fuck all the motherfuckers, kill them all. He got himself sealed in a place where.
Oh yeah, the train station.
Yeah, but then he got.
And that was their whole goal,
flavor.
was to seal him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was the whole goal. That's really what they got him there for, because they knew that he was gonna save the people. But I'm just like, bro.
I would have said fuck those people.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised Gojo didn't too. Because I know Gojo's a good dude, but at the same time, it's like you can tell from the flashbacks and from like some of his other interactions, like Gojo isn't necessarily in this because he's like wants to save the world. Like Gojo is just he loves to be the best. Like
he loves to be number one.
Yeah, he just loves to fight. He loves being
the reason
Gojo.
The reason why that happens, let me remind you that Gojo didn't know that his best friend's body was taken over. That was their first interaction. So he was shocked.
Which, by the way, reminds me, in the present time, Geto is taken over by the brain, right?
Yes.
But at the moment when he actually turns evil, he isn't.
What do you mean?
When he goes to that village and slaughters everybody in the village, the brain hadn't taken over him at that point.
No, that was him.
Right, so he's still evil, whether his body's taken over or not. So I don't think that would matter to Gojo.
His beliefs were different, but you have to remember that they grew up, that was his best friend.
Yeah, but still, by that point, he should already know, like, all right, he's not the same guy anymore.
The thing is that...
regardless of whether the brain is taken over him.
The thing is that in the movie, he had to die. But anything that happens in the movie, right? He's dead. In the movie, he's dead. Yeah, is pretty much dead. After that, somehow.
Wait, in the movie, who's dead?
Geto.
Geto is dead.
Geto didn't die in the movie.
Geto died at the end of the movie.
Gojo killed him.
Gojo killed him.
No,
they didn't show it, but he did.
I was about to say they didn't show him killing him.
Well, no, but he was dead. He died. He literally after the fight with
I gotta go back because I just watched it. I swore he got away.
He died in that fight. Yeah, but he got away. He laid in the alley and he died right there next to Gojo. Okay. Gojo literally saw his last moments. He died right there.
I thought Gojo went to go talk to him, and then Gojo was like done with the conversation and got up and walked away.
He died.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He died in that time. But somewhere in between those two sections, like between when Gojo left the body or something, I guess the brain somehow made its way in, or like afterwards, and they haven't showed that part. This is a theory. Was able to gain control of the body, and then here we are now, where he has control of Geto's body. They're saying that Geto is still inside of his body, like he still has recollection of what he's doing, like he's being controlled, but he can still. It's like like he's still there.
He's like in the sunken place.
Yeah. So
the sunken place.
Oh my god.
That's literally what you're describing.
Yeah.
All the people who are theorizing that anytime that he holds his hand, like the brain, like if you've seen the manga panels, like he holds his hands or whatever, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but basically it's like they can feel or they think that that's Geto trying to talk to Gojo, basically. And this whole thing is a mess. Like after that whole section, it's just a mess. I don't know what's gonna happen. After they theorized that the brain was Juji's mom, I still can't wrap my head around it. And after we killing everybody off, how the fuck did the principal have to die? Like, come on, really?
Right.
Really?
He was
Panda's dad, man. Panda was bawling his eyes out.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking! I hate
Panda.
Philly, bro. Philly. Anyway.
Yeah.
But he was. I was so bad. I felt so fucking bad for Panda. I mean, I get why he had to die, but I was like, damn. Did he really have to? Like, did we really have to kill this man off for no reason? Right. Now everybody.
Only man of color who wasn't a villain.
Exactly. Now the only person who was vouching for Juji is dead because Gojo is sealed, so Gojo doesn't even count. Now that Gojo is sealed, anybody can do whatever the fuck they want. Anybody can do whatever the fuck they want because Gojo was the balance in the world. Like he was pretty much keeping everybody in check. But now that Gojo is sealed away,
They can execute Itadori tomorrow, and nobody will do anything about it.
Exactly,
But the thing is, they
that's
can't
the
because
goal.
Sukuna would not let that happen, though.
Oh,
He'll
at
just
this point, no.
Yeah.
No, but the goal is to get him killed eventually. I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen. Somebody, I mean, the mangaka already said it. Somebody's gonna die.
But either way, it won't work because as soon as Itadori's even close to death or even dies, Sukuna will just revive him like he did last time. Sukuna literally replaced this man's heart after he took it out. Like,
this is true.
So it doesn't. Whatever they try won't work. Now they're fucked because the only person who could have done it was Gojo.
But that was their. Well, they're fucked anyway. Honestly,
Yeah.
they're screwed. What we look at it. No matter what we look at it, they're screwed regardless. But like honestly, I just want to know how the fuck. I haven't read the manga in a bit. I'm letting it run because I have way too much shit going on. So I'm just letting it run for a bit.
Yeah.
And how, man, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna wrap this up. Like, I can't even see like a clear path because there's so much going on. Like there's that theory about the brain being the mom, and then how the fuck did the brain get in Geto's body in the first place? And then what the fuck are we gonna do with Gojo? Because there's a way to get him out. There's a way to get him out, and that is because they met. What the fuck is his name? The opposite of the brain. There are two parties here.
The
I
penis.
forgot his name. Huh?
No, it's the throat.
Nice.
So the opposite of the brain. It's the penis. It's the thing that literally doesn't think at all. It has a head, but it just doesn't. It has no thoughts whatsoever.
It kind of does.
No, nothing. No good thoughts.
Yeah. Still thoughts.
I hate all of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see how it unfolds. There's no, I haven't read the latest chapter, but at this very time, I don't know if, what the fuck is her name? I just said it earlier. What the fuck is her name?
No.
If Thingamajig is still alive, the girl, yeah. But Nobara. I don't know if Nobara.
Nobara.
Yeah. Everything's going to shit. But I can't wait to see it animated.
But yeah, I saw a picture of her with her eye patch.
Oh, she's alive?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let me look it up.
Well, everybody, everybody lost something that day. Juju lost his happiness. Nobody lost an eye. Both, what's his name? What the fuck are their name? Inumaki and Todo lost an arm. Where do we keep going? People lost their life. A lot of people lost their life that day.
I would have moved out of Tokyo if I survived that.
Honestly.
I'm never coming back to Japan.
Speaking of which, you guys got to read Kaiju number 8.
I know. I should.
Because this shit is getting crazy.
About it, but I have not gotten the time yet. I'm so backed up in so many animes.
I only have the first volume that I have not finished, but I should finish reading it.
Well, it's only, how many chapters are there now? Like 80? So if you were to try and get caught up, it wouldn't take you too long. But it's really, really good. But it's starting to get really crazy with these fucking monsters. They found out that the monsters are basically spawning from the ocean, from inside the Mariana Trench.
Nice.
Basically a place where it's very high levels of energy, but it's also inaccessible to humans. So basically what's been happening is over time, monsters just get stronger and stronger. So Kaiju number 8 or monster number 8 is the one that the main character fused with, so he can turn into a kaiju. But number 8 was smart, like it was an intelligent monster, which hadn't happened before. But it was tiny, sort of similar to Chainsaw Man with Pachita. I can forget his name. The chainsaw dog.
The little like the demon.
So the 8. And they organize them by numbers. So there's plenty of kaiju, but the big ones, the like super strong ones, they number. So at the moment there was only 1 through 7. Right. 8 showed up, but 8 was really tiny and was intelligent, so it managed to avoid detection, and it found the main character. I always forget his name. When he was in the hospital, and basically fused with him. So now he himself is Kaiju number 8. However, because the monsters get progressively stronger, after him, there was a Kaiju number 9. And Kaiju number 9 can literally transform into humans. Like, it can hide amongst humans by transforming its own appearance. So it's super intelligent. It can talk. It's really, really strong. And on top of that, it can hide anywhere. And it has found the ability to make other kaiju. So,
What
yeah.
the fuck?
So now there's like a kaiju number 10. And there's a kaiju 11. Like, the numbers keep going up higher and faster. It used to be like a numbered monster would only appear like every few decades or so, which is how they only got up to 7. And what they do too is they'll take the really strong ones, like kaiju number 1, kaiju number 2. They'll take their body and take pieces of it and make suits out of it. And the suits are like even stronger than their own like power suits that they use to fight monsters. So there are the numbered monster suits, and only a certain person whose like blood type is compatible with it can use it. So somebody just got access to the suits number 4, which can fly. So the person who puts on suit number 4 from kaiju number 4 can fly. Number 6, and then kaiju number 10 that showed up. He's like really smart, but he's also just a battle hungry like monster. Like all he cares about is fighting. He doesn't want to kill humans or anything like that. All he literally cares about is fighting. Right. So they killed it, but when they killed it, his head was still alive. So he was still able to talk through like just his decapitated head.
What the fuck?
So he was like, I'll make you a deal. I'll help you fight number 9 if you make me into one of those suits. So now there's a kaiju number 10 suit, but it's the first suit that's ever been made with a kaiju that could talk. So the suit still talks. So the guy who's wearing it is like, bro, you need to shut the fuck up while I'm fighting. Like, he's like, I can't be talking to you and fighting at the same time. So he's like wearing the kaiju number 10 suit, and kaiju number 10, his mind is still alive in there. So he's like taking control sometimes. So the guy's wearing the suit and he's like fighting it out of nowhere. He'll just punch behind him and like hit a monster behind him. He's like, oh, I didn't see that one. Thanks. It's like the suit's like, you're welcome. Yeah. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I might have to read it. Are they gonna animate it?
I think so, yes. I believe they announced it already, actually. Oops.
Sorry, I was too busy warming my car up.
Your car up?
Warming your car up? It's 70 degrees, Tyrese.
Okay, and?
How old is your car that 70 degrees is too cold that you have to warm it up?
I don't know. Also, I don't want you near my car.
What?
Who knows what you might do with the engine? You might be into. Also, you might also be into Cooler too, you sick bastard. Who knows what kind of fetishes
First
you got
of all,
with
car engines, the gas is not even in the engine. It's in the gas tank, which is in the whole other end of the car.
Oh, of course you know.
Of course I would know how cars work. Yes, I know how cars work. Yes, Kaiju number 8 anime adaptation has been announced. It was announced August 4th. Wow.
Okay, good. Late. I'll read it.
Wait a minute. There we go. All right. So, last topic, because Tyrese has to go. Have you guys watched Chainsaw Man and Bleach? If so, what did you think about it? You didn't watch Bleach? Why? No, neither one of you?
I have not watched Bleach. I'm not going to watch it until I'm fully caught up because I don't remember shit from Bleach.
I'm not going to watch it until it's done. I hate the hype.
Oh my god!
And until it's done too. So
you have an anime podcast. You can't wait till the hype dies down. You have to strike while the iron's hot.
I know. I watched Chainsaw Man, but you know.
Yeah, I did watch Chainsaw Man. The animation in Chainsaw Man is beautiful.
I know.
Which we knew it would be.
I love the opening.
The opening is so good. It's all movie references too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love anime openings that don't take themselves too seriously.
Me too.
Like the Mob Psycho 100 intro is my favorite intro of like any new anime.
I love it.
It's so good.
The season 1 intro is definitely my favorite. And then the end credits of Chainsaw Man changes with each episode.
And I like the end credits of Jujutsu Kaisen too.
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really good. Because it's a show. Like, have some fun.
Yeah, have some fun with it.
But yeah, but I like Chainsaw Man. It's definitely, it's like I said, this is one of those shows that was meant to be an anime.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell it was written to be an anime.
And then
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see when he actually gets the full suit, like the full Chainsaw Man body.
I can't either. I'm also waiting for the fight with Katana Man too.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so good.
That was my favorite fight.
Yeah, I think that was probably my favorite fight too. I think I don't know, because it was my favorite fight, but not my favorite moment.
I'm also looking forward to see how they animate hell and everything, because it's a sky with doors with like a flower field, so I can't imagine what the sky looks like.
Right, that's the moment that I'm waiting for. Really, that's what I'm really waiting for, is when they animate that huge ass battle with all the devils like fighting, and Chainsaw Man just like slaughtering all of them. And I also can't. I'm holding off on like rereading the manga, and I'm just gonna watch the episodes that they come out, because I do want to get another explanation on like the significance of the Chainsaw Devil, because they remember Tyrese in the manga, they said that he had like some kind of role like in hell.
He was like the hero of hell. He was like the punisher of demons, and he was like the hero and the villain to all demons. It's like the people who the demons that wish for salvation also gets cut up too in the process. It's like he's a demon to end all demons. Which
he's like a Grim Reaper for demons.
Like a Grim Reaper for demons.
Nice.
Yeah, which is weird, because it's like the Chainsaw Man is that like. I would imagine that something like that should have existed before chainsaws did.
Yeah.
Chainsaws are relatively new. I imagine hell is probably a lot older than chainsaws.
I didn't understand too. I didn't think that many people was afraid of chainsaws for him to like be able to cut up demons.
Like a tool. Like everybody, like chainsaws are in hardware stores and everything. Like they're not really weapons either. Like,
I mean, it is a gruesome death, now that you imagine it.
I mean, sure, it can be, depending on where you get cut, but...
That's true.
You're 12? It's backwards, you know.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Is it?
Yeah, it says 12.
Mm-hmm.
What? This says 12 to me.
Yeah, we know. It's the camera's reversed. Just like how this door is on the right side when really it's on my left. Or I'm sorry. It looks like it's on my left when really it's on my right.
I'm hot.
You said you're hot?
You're hot. Take the robe off.
I mean, you're wearing a robe. So, like, you know, removing that might help.
Anywho.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was a short episode this week because I'm sick and Tyrese apparently has a life. So we will catch you all next week with another episode.
Wait, what do you mean apparently? I do have a life.
I know, I'm saying apparently. Like, it's become apparent that you have a life.
You didn't think I had a life before?
Well, no offense, but, you know, you're kind of a dweeb. So when I first met you, I assumed that you did not have a life. No.
Well,
also because I don't have a life, and I assume that I have a pretty good read on people who are like me.
Can't relate.
But no, it turns out you're actually a social butterfly.
I'm very shocked. I'm proud of you, Tyrese.
You're shocked?
I just got my...
I'm proud of you.
Wow.
Children, don't siphon gas out of tanks and don't chug gasoline early in the morning. It's not a way of energy drink. It's not an energy drink.
No. If anything, it'll do the opposite from give you energy. It'll make you want to lay down and not wake up ever.
You're gonna need your stomach pump because don't wake up and siphon gas out of tanks, children.
I cannot take Sean to gas stations, apparently.
I go to gas stations all the time and nothing ever happens.
Not now.
I just fill up the car.
Now they do.
Now they do. No, nothing happens.
Fill up the car with what?
They don't keep an eye on you.
Gasoline. What are you talking about?
That's the guy that siphons, gas out of people's tanks.
Oh my god,
That'd be so weird. That'd be so weird. Can you imagine being at the gas station and just asking people like, "Hey, man, is that a Chevy? Listen, can I
Is that a
suck
Toyota?
some gas out of your car? I'll put it back.
Is that a
is
that a V8 engine? Is that a V8 engine?
Sounds like a Hemi you got there. That probably
probably
takes a lot of fuel, doesn't it? Got a 45 gallon tank. Yeah, let me
How much on the dash?
Can I have a moment alone with your vehicle, sir?
Yeah, so I need some gas. Or you want some?
Just walk
no,
up.
not that type
Just
of
walk
gas.
up with a tube and a bucket. Like, no, I'm gonna put the gas back. I don't want the gas.
You go to put the
I
gas
just like the
back.
sensation.
I don't want the gas at that point. You might as well keep it.
Weird. Yeah, so weird.
Why? It still works.
Yeah, not after you
catches on
did
fire.
God knows what.
Pump it down.
I didn't do anything to it. I just sucked it back out of the gas tank.
Hey, yo.
I'm talking about in this hypothetical situation that we've created.
Hey, yo.
Obviously, I don't actually do that. I'd have
Sure
been on the
you
news
don't.
a long time ago if that was actually something that I did.
They call you the gas man.
Yeah, something like that.
The gas.
They were like, interesting. Shit
The
like
gas-
this usually only happens in Florida.
The gasoline goblin.
Oh, I like that.
The gas goblin. Fuck it.
Gasoline Goblin. I like that. That's funny. And I'm wearing green, coincidentally.
Yep, the
Don't leave,
gasoline.
don't leave your cars around Sean. You already know that right now. Don't leave your things around Sean either. He might just siphon the gas out of them.
Well, first of all, don't
Never
leave
know.
your cars unwatched around anyone because they could just get
We're in
stolen.
Philly.
Yeah,
We're in
so
Philly.
that's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
You gotta leave your
Period.
car running and go. They're gonna take
Whether
your shit and-
people are siphoning gas out of the tank or not, it's still not a good idea to just leave your car open in places where you can't see it.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a tip, a little pro tip. All right, so
Just
yeah,
That's the tip.
just a tip, a tip.
No, I heard duh. I didn't hear
No.
but okay.
I
I
did
said
too.
tip because I'm from Philadelphia and I have an accent. I wasn't gonna say just a tip. I'm not from
I don't
Nebraska.
know, man. I mean, we just be honest with us. It's okay. We don't judge. This is a judgment-free
I'm always
zone.
We all
honest
got our
with you
own-
guys.
We all got our own fetishes.
Even if, some of them are weird, like siphoning gas out of tanks, but
It's not a
it's
fetish.
just okay. It's okay. We don't judge here. We don't judge.
I'm
Or
happy to
delete
hear
it.
that. However,
Yeah.
that is not something that I do.
Well,
so
apparently
anyway,
you do.
it's not something
You
I
just
do
told us
regularly.
earlier.
Anyway, Sedai still has to record her story. She's holding this all up. So
I mean, at
blame
least
her.
you're not a
Not-
furry. That's fine.
I am trying my
No,
best.
I'm also not a furry. I'd rather be a furry than to be someone who gets off on sucking gas out of gas tank. Like, I think that's a little
bad
bit.
do you have to be? How down bad do you have to be to want to be a furry? In order
Right.
to-
Like,
Yes, yeah,
I would rather be a furry than to be
That's a
sneaking
different type
in,
of down bad.
than to be sneaking up to people's cars and like sucking gas out of the car and then just like leaving. What do I even do? Do I just leave the gas there? Do I take it with me? Like,
you
what
close
type
the
of
tin and
weird
you-
perversion is that?
You close the thing back up and you say, "Thank you so much for your service," and you go along the way onto the other car.
But then where is the gas that I just siphoned out?
You
Do I
put
just
it back
leave
in
it
the
there?
car. Like
Oh.
nothing happened.
So I just put it in like a bucket or something?
Yeah.
Probably.
That's,
Like
yeah, if
it's
that
like-
was my life, I would rather
like
be a
milking
furry.
a cow in reverse. Like instead of like drinking the milk from the udder, you put the milk back into the udder, or something like that along those lines. I don't know. You're fucking doing it. You tell me.
I don't think we needed that analogy. I think you just literally just take a tube and a funnel and just pour the gas back in. I don't think you had to say milking a
I
cow
don't
in
think the cow
reverse.
will appreciate that at all.
Yeah, that was
I
weird.
don't think the
Have
cow
you
will
guys
appreciate
seen, by the way, since we're on the subject of cows, have you guys seen those cows in, where is it? Finland, I think? Where, cows have like 5 stomachs or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
so there is the, like veterinarians, like when they have to investigate like a cow's stomach or like their colon or whatever, they usually have to put on a really long glove and go in through their butt. Like they have to reach in
Nice.
through their butt to like
Give it a reach
get
around.
things. Yeah, like stuff that's in their stomach or whatever to like pull it out. However, in
Oh, I-
Finland, they are now just drilling holes into the sides of cows straight into their stomach so they can literally just reach in
What the f-
and pull stuff out.
Don't that kill
Hold
the
on, I'm gonna
cow?
share my screen. No, it's the weirdest thing. The cows are still alive.
Please
But
don't share your
how
screen.
though?
It's the weirdest thing. The cows are still perfectly alive. They just have like this hole in their stomach, in their side. Like, hold on. Let me,
What the actual fuck?
That's fucking weird. I'd rather you give me a reach around. I'd rather you not like put a drill on my side.
That just sounds painful.
look.
What the actual
Like
fuck?
you see, like they're just literally just
Oh, yeah.
reaching in.
Oh, that looks nasty.
Doesn't it? But it's
Yeah.
apparently completely painless for the cow.
What
And
the
it's actually
fuck?
easier and better for their health because the vets can just go in and just pull stuff out of their stomach that doesn't need to be there. Because cows also eat whatever.
That looks nasty as fuck.
Like, look at it. It's just they literally just put like a little
Vegan.
grommet or whatever, like on the
Not
side
vegan.
of their body.
What the
Oh,
actual-
you know what exactly that reminds me of?
Look at this. They got the
Please
little
don't say
boy
anything
doing it.
dumb. Oh,
What'd you say?
please don't say anything stupid. For the love of God. Go ahead. What does it remind you of, Tyrese?
I was going to say it reminds me on the side of the cars where the
Look.
gasoline goes.
Sean, is this
Goodbye,
like a recurring
everybody.
thing with you? Like, anything that reminds you of gasoline tanks? Like, does
I
it
think
like,
it does.
does it like, is the whole like I don't know, perhaps turning you on because it reminds you of the gasoline tank, even though it's like perhaps bigger. I don't know. So come on, Sean, just tell us. It's okay, we'll be a therapist. Just
This was a
unwind.
setup this whole time. I knew it. You try to be slick.
You're trying to, just tell us exactly what's going on, Sean. It's like you develop a kink. It's
You
okay.
try to say it without saying it. I know how it is, Sean.
It's okay. You know how it is, Tyrese.
Ha!
Wait, I didn't mean it.
Turned
Wait.
it back on yourself. Look at that. And on that
okay.
note, we're gonna go ahead and end this podcast with the revelation that Tyrese is a pervert. Goodbye, everybody.